That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Welcome in, everybody, and we're excited to bring you the first two games of this year's XBL World Series between the number 1 seed, Navigators, and the number 2 seed, Blues, by Ashnod and Weaver, respectively. So, no hummus. Thanks for joining me here in the cast, here in the booth.
Yeah, anytime. This one's gonna be a great matchup, as you're saying. The Blues and Navigators 1 and 2, Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, and we're being produced here in the booth by Dwayne. Thanks, shout out to Dwayne. Thanks for doing this, and we're excited to bring you the call here. Like we said, 3 keys to the game, as you see listed on the screen. Hummus alluded to one: the Clash of the Titans, the number 1, the number 2, Weaver and Ash. 2 guys that have seen each other before, but in the past, Ashnod's really run the table, but now we all have seen a new and improved Weaver.
Yeah, definitely. No, as you're saying, the Clash of the Titans here, Navigators finished their season 27-3 and pretty much just steamrolled through these playoffs. And the Blues finished 26-4. They had a bit of a scare here in the previous round with the Mallards, but they were able to escape in 7, and now they're just gonna face off here. And as you're saying, the Blues have had more success in the past against these Navigators, but this is a World Series, so this you gotta just erase the past, and now it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, but the pass is going to come in big here, Hummus, with the 3rd time's the charm, and that's a bit of a dual point. We have Ashnod's 3rd appearance here in the World Series in his life as the Chicago Blues. They're always the long ballo champions of the XBL every season, but he's never been able to win a World Series. And Weaver has played, I believe he's played Ashnod twice in a playoff series now. I know he got beat by Ashnod in the quarters last season. So this is the 3rd time Weaver's looking to finally, get the monkey off his back and finally beat Ashnod. And it's his first World Series. So a lot of history on the line here, a lot of stakes on the line.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a chip on the shoulder for each of these teams. Ash now just looking to cement his legacy with finally being able to claim a World Series victory, and Weaver looking to also cement his legacy which would also be his first World Series victory. So since both these teams haven't won a World Series, we will see a new World Series winner no matter who wins.
Yeah, and Weaver in his diss track, man, he called it. He said the Navigators would be here, and he said they would win. Let's see if he can live up to his own prediction. And Hummus, I think without further ado, we're ready to queue up, as we do have pre-recorded games here for you today, but we can get the action started right away.
Yeah, let's just get right into it.
Here we go. All right, guys, here we go. Red Rock Park, home of the Dana Point Navigators, where game 1 is going to go down. I'm sure we'll see Walter Maverick on the mound, as we do for these Navigators. And Ashnod's going to bring he's got 4 very high velo pitchers, much like Walter Maverick. He's going to start off with a base hit here. Hummus not wasting any time. So 0-1 now the count to Jackson, and she's going to hit a double play ball, but Barles Charkley decided not to pick up the ball. I don't know what's going on there. Perhaps she hasn't woke up here in the World Series, Hummus. That's a costly mistake.
Yeah, the Chicago Blues, you need to be pretty much perfect against them when they're on offense, and right now they're not playing perfect.
Yeah, and he almost gifted a double play ball there after the leadoff base hit on the first pitch of the game. Ashnod then hit a double play ball. That's going to be a sky-high infield fly. And, infield fly comes into effect so that you can't cheese a double play by letting it fall on purpose. There's another potential double play ball. Wow, and Weaver gets another ground ball. And Simon Baumeklat, he was ready to turn it. That's a huge double, 3 outs in a row there. So Gannon Week's going to look to get it started for the Navigators. As you see the high velo there, strike three, swing and a miss. And Howlin' Wolf is going to be the opening game pitcher here for the Blues. As you see the three fastball, curveball, changeup arsenal. Ghibli Chongle, the hard-hitting catcher. And we've got a bit of lag here on Weaver's end. You know, Hummus, I saw that in the top half of the first, one of his pitches missed his spot badly from where the reticle actually looked like it was. That ball thrown right down the middle, but Ghibli rolls over it to the shortstop, and that's going to be a loud second out. Deja Yorno going to step in here. Power versus lefties activated, and we've seen her go deep multiple times throughout the postseason here for the Navigators, and really all season, one of the sluggers for this team. But Ashnod blows it by Yorno for the strikeout, and both guys going to escape with a 0 here in the first inning. Walter Maverick now attacking the zone. He's going to get the leadoff batter of this inning to fly out to right field. And here comes Elwood Blues, the hero of Game 7 against Luke Archer. This guy had less than 0 contact, I think, and still found a way to hit a walk-off dinger in the bottom of the 10th inning to send the Blues into the World Series in dramatic fashion. But Walter Maverick's going to get the K here for the second out of the second inning. First pitch swinging is Ashnod, and that's going to be the third out. So the Blues go quietly here again through the second frame. Weaver's still looking for his first base hit of the ballgame. Charles Sharkley, she decided not to field that double play ball in the first inning. It didn't end up hurting the Navigators. She works a 4-pitch walk here to start off the second inning. As we still see that lag button, that dreaded lag icon that I know Weaver has battled through a lot throughout his XBL career. He's going to roll over a hard ground ball straight to the shortstop in a costly double play. Simon Baumaklack going to step in with nobody on base now and 2 outs. Simon Baumaklack drills one on the ground, so a couple of hard-hit ground ball outs for the Navigators, but nothing to show for it as they still are looking hitless here in this ball game. Walter Maverick moving right along. He's going to get a leadoff grounder here. Charles Sharkley, she fielded that one. Howlin' Wolf's already locked in here. He smacks the first pitch straight to Deja Yorno. So Ashnod making some hard contact now, but still Walter Maverick cruising through here pretty efficiently. Paul Butterfield, the notorious leadoff man here for the Blues, batting .405. And wow, a rare chase there by Ashnod, as we never really see him go that far out of the zone. I don't think Weaver really even meant to throw it there. Maybe both players got a bit of lag there. As Connie Cooper starts off with a loud out number 1. Navigators still trying to find that first hit. So welcome back. No, Hummus had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're sorry about that. And wow, Hummus, you joined us just in time for the Navigators. You didn't miss much, as that's the first hit of the ball game by Dana Point.
Sorry, I think I heard that last bit. You said nothing much has happened so far.
Yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot. We just saw Weaver get his first base hit of this ball game, as he's done a great job on the mound. But Hasn't been able to get much going. We've seen him hit a double play both innings, I think, and Walter Maverick just beats out another one.
Looks like Howlin' Wolf is definitely doing a good job of keeping these navigators in check, already locked in.
Yes,
Ooh,
he is.
not anymore.
McKinnon reach drills one to left center, and Red Rock's not going to be able to hold it. Hummus, the commentator's curse, perhaps, as you sat down just in time to see not only the first hit of the Navigators' offense, but the first two runs in the form of a Gannon Weeks dinger. And that's really how you love to see the Navigators get things started after a couple zeros here to start off the game.
Yeah, really. Sometimes all it just takes one person to get those bats going, then it just sort of a chain reaction, and we just saw that there.
Yeah, and we're seeing a bit of lag, perhaps out of both players. You don't really know if one player's lag affects the other, but 3-1 swinging. There's Ghibli Chongle. He's going to make the third out. We've seen that little lag button pop up a few times in this ballgame already, but so far it hasn't really affected either player too much.
Ooh, just barely got it.
Perhaps a post-patch update tweak to the mechanics there. The pitcher able to get a glove on that one, costing Ashnod a base hit, and a nice out here as Walter Maverick moves into locked in as well. Strikes out BB King, and here steps in Muddy Waters. Ashnod really not threatening a whole lot here since that first inning where he got a couple runners on, and he's going to go 1-2-3 here again in the fourth.
We've seen Ashnod, get off, have somewhat slow start, but then as the game goes on, he begins to warm up. So key here for the Navigators is to be able to lock down that offense as long as they can.
Yeah, absolutely, Hummus. If anybody's ever played Ashnod, it's certainly a grind to pitch 9 complete innings against them. As that one's going to kick away from the catcher on a poorly placed pitch. So Deja Yorno smacked one up the middle to start this fourth inning, and now she's going to get a free pass to second base with nobody out. Oh, Barles sharply grounds the shortstop. We're going to see Weaver return the runner, but not in time as Ash goes for the 6-5-4 fielder's choice for the first out of this fourth inning. That's a bit costly. Weaver could have perhaps cheesed that better, if you will. But nonetheless, we're going to see a ball hit well in the gap, but I think Muddy Waters runs it down for the second out here. So, Ash able to escape a little bit of trouble here to start off the inning.
2 outs now. All you got to do is just get out of this one and then just go right back at it on top of the fifth.
Here is perhaps the MVP of the postseason so far for the Navigators, Simon Bombaclat. We've seen him come up with a lot of clutch hits in the postseason so far, but he lines that one hard to second base for the third out. He was hitting something like 483, Hummus, with 5 dingers, I think it said. That was crazy.
Wow.
Maverick now with a microscopic ERA here in this postseason. If pitchers are MVP candidates in your eyes, you could make the same case for Maverick here. But Ashnod's going to put a charge into this one, and he gets a cheapy home run in Red Rock with one of the Blues brothers, and that ball was ripped.
Yeah, absolutely ripped, and looked like it bounced up and over the wall.
That's as close as you can cut it to, the colonial style fences out there, but that ball couldn't have got 6 feet off the ground at any point, and it still got up out of here. So Ashnod hasn't had a lot of offense so far in this game, but he will take it as a solo home run will get things started for the Blues.
Now they only find themselves down by 1 run, and all they got to do is just get some offense momentum going, and we could see a whole new ballgame.
Well, and the other side of that is Walter Maverick. He's still doing a great job, but no matter how well he does here in this game, I don't expect him to be able to go all 9 innings. So, like I said, Ashnod, a very tough guy to get out 27 times in a ball game. So it's going to come down to can John Gabbana and John Prowley for the Navigators bullpen finish finish the deal if they're even still clinging to a 2-1 lead at that point. As Connie Cooper gets a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Nongchias Nornsby, the second baseman. Weaver first pitch swinging. He might have even chased out of the zone there, but he's going to hit it up the middle. That is a big base hit to get 2 runners aboard to start the fifth.
Yeah, now they got their pitcher up. It looks like they're gonna keep Walter Maverick and maybe try to get maybe they might go for a bunt here. Depends how things play out.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, Hummus, but Ash has gone 3-0 to Maverick here, and Weaver licking his chops a bit at the dish. He works a
Wow.
lot with Walter Maverick. I can't believe Ash didn't. Oh no, we've got an injury to Howlin' Wolf. Perhaps that's why he missed his spot there on 3-1. He threw his arm out of the socket. That's a huge walk. I don't know if I've ever seen a bigger walk by a pitcher.
So talk about insult to injury there.
Yeah, and I think Ash, I don't know if he has any. I think he has one right-handed reliever, but perhaps taking a bit to see who he wanted to go with, the lefty or the righty, is Willie Dixon. He shut down Luke Archer in just about all 7 games. He's going to come on here with bases loaded, nobody out to Gannon Weeks, who rips one into the right center field gap. Oh my, this is really going to get things started.
Yeah, that's a bases clean triple there, and now it's 5-1, no outs. I think Navigators have just heat things up.
Yeah, that walk by Walter Maverick was huge because I was really expecting a bunt at some point in that at bat. But now Willie Dixon comes on and gets punished, and Ghibli Chongle smacks one into left field to score. Gaining weeks, so still nobody out here, Hummus. Mind blown.
Yeah, now Deja Yorno, and she just looked like she could continue, like a lot of power and contact there. And Willie Dixon already tense.
Yeah, and we saw Weaver's pitcher knock down a comebacker earlier in this game, but that one goes right through Willie Dixon for a base hit by Deja Yorno. That's too little. Weaker contact hits up the middle by Weaver this inning. Charles Trunkley puts a charge into this one. Will Red Rock be able to hold it? Yes.
Ooh,
Money
wow.
back to the wall.
That's one of those almost anywhere else in the stadium that's gone. But center field Red Rock, very hard to get out of the park.
Yeah, but it's not the worst out in the world as Weaver correctly tags up with both runners there. Oh, and gets the little bit of hesitation there by Ashnod. I think him sending the runner to third there as maybe a distraction, maybe trying to get him to, entice him to go after the runner at third instead of the runner, trying to get home. But regardless, Weaver gets out of there with nobody being out. And now a sac fly by Simon Bombaclat's going to bring in the 8th run of this ball game.
Wow, just Navigators they they must have like lit a fuse or something because now they're just going nuclear.
Ashnod just texted me. He said, "Get Hummus out of there. He was playing a lot better when you weren't in the booth, Hummus. But ever since you sat down, this Navigator offense has really took off, and they're not looking back. It's 8-1 here in the top of the 6th, and Walter Maverick just threw his 50th pitch of the ball game, so he's in great shape."
Yeah, maybe I brought a bit of a lag curse with me today.
You got back in the booth, and the Navigators just took off, man. It's been crazy. And Ashnod's going to try to put up a fight as he smacks one into that Red Rock right field corner. What a game so far we've seen. Just surprising explosion of offense here by the Navigators.
Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff, but we all know Ashnod. He has a great offense, and he could very well just start lighting it up all of a sudden if he gets a couple pitches his way.
Oh my, did you see where that pitch ended up and where it was supposed to be? But
Yeah.
Weaver's going to get the strikeout of BB King because it doesn't end up hurting him. Albertina Walker going to come in this game. You got to feel for Willie Dixon. Came into a tough spot with bases loaded, nobody out after the injury to Ashnod's Howlin' Wolf. But Willie Dixon not able to get much going on the mound, and that was a bit of a brushback pitch there to Matthias Nornsby. Perhaps a bit of chin music. Oh, Weaver's good for one of those a game, as that was a base hit up the middle, brought back to you by the old lag glitch.
Might be a storm in the area.
Oh, my. I thought that was going to bloop right over the infield, but James able to make the catch. One thing Weaver's done a great job of here, Hummus, is swing at strikes. As we haven't seen Ashnod throw out of the zone a whole lot, but we also haven't seen Weaver chase a whole lot. So Walter Maverick going to hit that 0-2 pitch weakly in the left field. Here's Gannon Weeks. Oh, my. Did you see the stat line for Gannon Weeks so far? He has a home run, a triple, and 5 RBIs.
Depending on how well Navigators hit, he's already knocked out the 2 hardest parts of a cycle, so he may very well get a cycle here in the World Series.
Oh, my. He's going for more than the cycle, Hummus. I mean, do they even have a word for this? Gannon Weeks has 2 bombs and a triple, and that's his 6th RBI of the ball game.
Yeah,
This is unprecedented.
Yeah, call it a triple-double there. 2 home runs and a triple.
That's clever. A triple-double in baseball. I'm not sure how many guys could pull that one off, especially against Ashnod in the World Series. I was giving Gannon Weeks hell in the semifinal round. He really didn't show up to play, but he's really making up for it here in the World Series. Going crazy.
Hey, you just always need your guys to step up and do your thing.
Well, I can tell you from experience playing Weaver, Gannon Weeks is like, even when he used to have those middling, like weaker hitting stats, it was like that's Weaver's guy. As Ashnod's going to stroke one here in the right center gap, that could be a triple. That gap here in Red Rock, notorious for no triples. Yeah, he plays it smart.
Yeah, definitely a good call there, but no outs now. Man on second. If there's a time to score runs, this is it right now.
Yeah, you don't want to keep waiting, try to do it all in one inning, as Ashnod looking to cut into the deficit here. Walter Maverick just 66 pitches in. Whiffer trade activates for Jake Blues, who's already at minimum contact. No, I'm sorry. That's BB Prone that activated, but a great curveball there. Weaver tries to challenge Blues. Oh,
wow.
No, again, and Weeks does
No
it with
way.
the glove, too. Wow, a bang play at second. What a play, Hummus.
I did not think that was going to drop. I thought that was going to just get right past the fielder and we were going to see a double or triple, but nope, just outstanding play from the left fielder.
I thought the exact same thing. Wow, another lag pitch there as Weaver tried to put that below the zone. It ended up floating right down the pipe, and Ash just a little premature on it. As Deja Yorno going to turn around the left side and smack a double into the right center field gap. She's having a strong ball game.
Yeah, and we see here now, scores 9-1, runner on second. That means we have winning run up to bat right now.
Wow, that's insane to even think about. As you're right, the M word looms here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out as Barles Charkley. She's going to kind of weakly hit one to center field for the first out. Now, is Boosie Manga tense in this ball game? I don't know why he's tense. What did he do to become tense? Maybe he's already 0 for 3 and makes another out here as Daisy Yorno is able to tag up to third base with 2 outs now for Simon Bomaclad, who doesn't have a hit but does have an RBI here in this game. He's going to line out the Staples for the third out. So Weaver actually not able to score after the leadoff double, Hummus, and we play on to the 8th.
Yeah, the Blues live to see the game as they strike out there, but we've seen a lot of whiffs here from the Blues. They haven't really been able to make as much solid contact, or when they do, they don't really get it consistently.
Yeah, and perhaps Weaver going to make me eat my words here. He might be trying to go the distance with Walter Maverick.
Oh, thought it was gonna get it cut off there.
Sorry, I had a bit of technical difficulties. What I missed, a base hit?
Yep, base hit double, so now it's a runner on second with 1 out.
Yeah, you see the velo now dipping very. Oh my! And that fastball left right down the middle by Walter Maverick. 2 outs or 1 out and 2 strikes here now to Butterfield.
Wow.
I can't believe 97 was enough to get it by Butterfield, but Weaver with the high cheese got him.
93 ego still like for pretty much anyone. 93 ego is still a tough ego to hit at, and you just see their perfect pitch. Oh, right up the middle, but
Yeah, that's
same.
definitely a good point, Hummus. We get used to watching such good players like these two. It's easy to forget they're on 93 ego. They make it look so easy sometimes, but even 97, 98, very tough to catch up to. Especially Weaver does as good a job, probably better than anybody, at sequencing his pitches, and not giving you the same look, always mixing it up, as he's got now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and we are going to see Walter Maverick lifted for a hitter. What a performance by the ace of this Navigator staff.
Yeah, that you don't want it. You can't imagine a better game one performance from a pitcher than that. He only gave 1 run to the Blues, the long ballos winners this season, and now all they got the bullpen just has to do their thing and lock down the.
Yeah, the bullpen, John Prowley, the guy he loves to go to here in this Navigator pen, and just 3 outs away here from taking game 1 in a commanding fashion is Weaver. He's going to lift the first baseman for the better fielding first baseman. A bit of a defensive switch Weaver likes to do late in games. We did see Barrel Sharkley already misplay a ball here in the early part of the ball game, so perhaps a good move. Ashnod's known for his late inning theatrics and dramatic comebacks, though, as we saw against Luke Archer to get him here. And as we've seen time and time again through Ashnod, he's never an easy out to finish off a ball game. So John probably gets a chase there on the changeup. And he rolls over that curveball there on the first pitch, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the 9th and the end of this ball game. Hummus, the Navigators take 1 in commanding fashion. Wow. What a ball game that was, and what a start by these Navigators to take a 9-1 victory in game 1. Just incredible job of pitching there by Weaver, and also the explosion on offense.
Good afternoon, everyone. Right now, we're going into Game 2 of the XBL World Series. We have the Navigators facing the Blues. Navigators took a 9-1 victory in Game 1. Blues looking to now they're at home now. The Blues looking to make a comeback here and even the series up once again.
Yeah, Hummus, it's interesting. That's the first time the Blues have lost a road game since, I can't remember when, but the series crazy against Luke with all the road teams winning. But like you said, both teams calling Red Rock home, so it's not really like home and away. It makes a whole lot of difference here.
Yeah, that definitely makes it interesting. There's no real home field advantage anymore, as that one drops low for ball one. That's gonna be strike one on the outside. Hits on hard into left field, and looks like that will get down. Called it too soon because the Blues get a dive. So now we're at 2 outs.
Yeah, Blues, the left fielder for the Blues makes a great play, but Deja Yorno is going to hit one just a bit harder and just a bit further for a double.
Yeah, Yorno has a bit of a watch this moment there, as this time she gets it the right distance. As we now have Barles Sharkley up with runner on second with 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Yorno's really been smacking the ball.
Yeah, 333. Or not, sorry, that wasn't Yorno, but she does have a solid hitting style also. Swings that one quite inside, so full count now. Runner on second with 2 outs. And never
Oh,
mind. I was gonna say
no.
that goes foul, but
Oh,
but
no.
but Weaver gets hit with a little lag storm, and as a result, we go into the bottom of the first, still tied 0 apiece.
Yeah, we saw him get robbed of a base hit up the middle last game on a bit of a you know, a lag replay moment, as he's going to get Paul Butterfield to strike out here in the top or bottom of the first.
Ooh, and now that one quick 2 outs here is pretty much back to back. So now we got BB King to bat. Outside pitch there is for strike one. It looks like that will go into foul territory for a 1-2 count. This one will be popped up. Looks like Yorno will get under it, waves her hands out, and she does for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning here. We go into the top of the second, still tied 0-0.
Yeah, good job there by Papi Chulo, the co-ace, the number 2 of the staff.
And looks like that will be thrown to first in time for out number 1. Next up, we have Simon Bumbleclat. You said last game he was having a monster postseason, and he'll look to continue that here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Weaver likes to go with the contact versus lefty trait with him against, the lefty on lefty matchup for a little bit of extra contact there, but it's not going to matter as the second out of the inning's made.
That was good drop low for a ball one. Ooh, almost right over the plate there, but looks at it for 1-1 count. Hits that one, pops it up. It looks like the shortstop will get under it in time for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning. Here we go to the bottom of the second. Still 0-0. Ooh, this was the changeup early to get 0-1 count.
Hummus, I wouldn't be surprised if Connie Cooper didn't get cut in the offseason. She's had such a horrible year for the Navigators, but Papi Chulo is sure having a good start to this ball game.
Yeah, sometimes players don't do good all season, but sometimes when you need them most, and in the most dire moments, they just come alive. So we'll see if any of those moments. Sorry there, as we saw the pitch just go way out of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's been nice to see that some of these wacky pitches and destinations they end up having haven't cost Weaver too drastically, because you combine those with the 2 lag hits or foul balls that he would have had that ended up in negative results. It's tough to see Weaver battle with it, but so far it hasn't been insurmountable or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. And Now we go into the top of the third, and as we go into a quick 0-2 count now, Luther Allison just going through this lineup as that's a late swing there for out number one.
Yeah, both starting pitchers dominating here early.
Yeah, we'll see which team is able to break it open first as we get into a 1-1 count. Papachulo is up to bat.
Yeah, they're both locked in.
Yep, battle of the pitchers are here. And looks like the pitcher will hit it to shortstop and throws to first baseman in time for out number two. So next up is Gannon Weeks, 0 for 1 today. Had a strong 2 home run and triple outing last game. And let's see if he can do something similar here.
Yeah, he went insane. 6 RBIs. The Navigators scored 9 runs. Weeks drove in 6 of them. But he's going to be 0 for 2 to start this ballgame.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start for him now, but we're going to bottom the third, still 0-0 with Elmore James leading things off here for the Blues. As he gets swung there high for a 1-1 count. Changeup's high, so a 2-1 count now. Swing and a miss there for a 2-2 count now. And swing and a miss for out number one. Pitchers just going through each other's lineups. And oh, nice jump there from Worsby for a quick out number two. Next up is Luther Allison.
Yeah, that was one of those kind of tweener balls. You're not always sure if you're supposed to jump or if they can reach up and catch it. But Weaver made a great play there with Nornsby to rob Ashnod of a base hit.
Definitely. And now we go to the top of the fourth. We still got a 0-0 ball game on our hands as we get into a 1-1 count now. Gibby Chongo up to bat. And that was
Yeah.
be hit foul for a 1-2 count.
It's really not often that we see either one of these guys struggle to get something going on offense, but that's going to be an unfortunate line out there for Chongo. Here's the one lady on the Navigators that Weaver's really hit well with.
Yeah, 475 average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Also having an outstanding postseason as she gets into a quick now 3-0 count. So now it's a 3-1 count on the high pitch. Swings that one, goes foul, so we have a full count now. Weaver4Prez activates. Swings that one, and I think he wishes he was able to get that one back, as it'll instead just be popped up to center fielder for out number two.
Yeah, what a risky pitch with the full count changeup right down the dish. But, that's one pitch Weaver really likes to punish, I know, but a tough miss there for the second out of the inning.
And we get into a 2-1 count now with Barles Turkley up to bat. Now a 3-1 count. Allison a bit less accurate this inning as he gets him swinging the high pitch.
That's 2 at-bats in a row. Oh, going to have a strikeout here swinging this. That's twice we've seen Barles Charkley get up 3-1 and chase way out of the zone.
They might be trying a bit too much to make something happen. As we get into strike two, 0-2 count now.
Well, Ashnod does pound the strike zone on the mound, so when he does throw out of the zone, it is a bit surprising, especially in those hitters' counts, maybe a bit of mind games with Weaver.
Definitely, as now that one goes right up the middle for a 1-out single. And I think that's the Blues' first hit of the game so far.
Incredible it took him this long to get his first base hit of the ballgame.
Wow, that was going to go to left field. This one's going to be close call. Weeks might have to jump out. He isn't able to get the dive. Runner's going to head for third, and it looks like he'll make it there. So runners are able to hold up at second and third with only 1 out. Muddy Waters up to bat.
Yeah, just like that, Ashnod's got something cooking here.
Yep, and that one's hit in left field also. Looks like the runner will head for home, and it looks like the Blues have taken their first run in this ball game. Up now 1-0 with 2 outs, runner on second. Jake Blues up to bat. That was going to be a low ball to make it a 2-0 count. Oh, swing and miss there for the 2-1 count. Gets him there for a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss there for strike two, so the full count now. And gets him looking there for out number three Navigators get away, only giving up 1 run as we go to the top of the fifth. Who's leading 1-0?
Wow, how about that last pitch by Weaver? Did you see that? I mean, he was missing spots just a little bit on the previous couple of pitches, but he really painted that low and away strike three. Ashnod, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, definitely a great play there. And now we get into a 3-1 count now. Boozy Manga up to bat. And it looks like this time the Navigators will be a bit more patient and they'll take the walk as Simon Bombaclap is up to bat. And he does not take any time as he gets the runner hit seconds. Now we got runners on first and second, no outs. Things might be looking dangerous here for the Navigators.
Yeah, and the worst hitter on the team coming up for the Navigators, I would love to see a bunt here by Connie Cooper, but we'll see how Weaver decides to play it. Oh,
And well, it was not a bunt, but it served the same purpose. So runners now in second and third, only 1 out. Nangshias Norsby up to bat.
yeah, not the bunt I had in mind, but it was, basically a bunt.
And he'll watch out and fly bass. That's now 2-1 count. And hits that one hard in center field. A little pop go up. And looks like outfield just getting in time for out number 2. And it looks like the runner will head home.
Yeah, plenty deep enough to score the run there as both players get their first run of the ball game by way of a sac fly. Technically that is an unearned run if they don't follow it up afterwards with a hit or something like that. So both players going to trade unearned runs here and 2 hits apiece. We're just deadlocked in every facet of the game.
This time the Blues have been able to lock down the Navigators, and Blues still haven't been able to really wake up these. Oh, and that one gets right past the first baseman. It's a bit of funny play there, but as I was saying, the Blues haven't been able to really wake up these past 2 games. But runner on first now, this might be the time to do that, and it looks like it won't be the time to do that as we hit into double play.
Wow, that's huge to get the curveball. Ashnod's really rolled over that curveball. Really hard contact, but it's just going straight into the ground. And we were fortunate again. We saw that in the first inning of game 1 where Barles Charkley is just too lazy to bend over and just pick up the freaking ball, and it costs Weaver a base hit, and he gets the double play later on in the inning. That's crazy.
Yep, and now that one's hit hard into the outfield for a 2-out single. So runner will remain on first, the pitcher up to bat. And looks like this may be the end. Will this be the end for Luther Allison? I don't know if this is the time, and looks like it won't be the time.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're deadlocked here, Hummus, and it's a tough call because the hitter does have locked-in hitting bars. I don't know what his pitch count was at, but he is going to end up lifting for Junior Wells here. Maybe with the runner on base, Ashnod thinking he could score a run here.
And it looks like his gamble does not pay off as that's out number 3 on the sliding catch from that outfielder. Now the Blues need to figure out who they'll bring in. It looks like they'll bring in Willie Dixon. Willie Dixon, if you don't remember last time, he gave up a good 4 or 5 runs to the Navigators. We'll see if he's able to redeem himself here in game 2.
Yeah, and that was due to the hands of Gannon Weeks largely, who came in and smacked that triple as he greeted Willie Dixon. Willie wasn't charged with the 3 runs that Weeks hit in, but he was charged with the rest of them afterwards.
Yep, and as you're saying that, the runner advances to first on a walk. So we have runner on first, no outs, game tied 1 apiece here in the top of the 6th.
And it's interesting that he lifted Allison out of this ball game because Allison was doing such a good job of holding those Navigators' bats at bay. But now, again, just like last game, just like you said, Hummus, Willie Dixon comes into the game and immediately gives up some base hits.
Yeah, I gotta wonder if taking out the pitcher now was the right decision, but we'll see what comes of it as Asia Yorno is up to bat in a 1-1 count. That was hard into center field, but it looks like center field rages back in time for out number 1. Runners head for third and second, and it looks like they'll be able to advance in time. So
Wow.
the the game changing run only sits 90 feet away from home.
Yeah, but even more than that, Hummus Ashnod misplayed that ball. He didn't throw it into second base, so the runner on first able to advance as well. And now what could have been a double play ball right there ends up being a sacrifice ground out instead, and the Navigators get to take the lead here.
Yep, and now the runner just run out there. Oh, right down the middle, just barely misses there. 0-2 count now. Swings that horn, doesn't miss that one. This one's gonna go to the wall, and it will land the warning track. Runner heads for home, makes it easily, and now looks like that will be a 2-out double to make this a 3-1 ball game.
Interesting pitch series there as he threw two four-seamers right down the pipe. And then he came with the high changeup on 0-2 that was also in the zone. And Boozy Mango was able to just rip that.
And looks like that one maybe ripped also, but nope, left fielder gets there in time for out number 3, not before the Navigators strike back with 2 runs of their own. Now it's a 3-1 ball game in the bottom 6.
Wow, and Papi Chulo's still blowing it by these Blues hitters at just 55 pitches here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, just outstanding performance as that one hit hard to second baseman for out number 1. Looks like this one will be rolled to the third baseman, throws to first in time for out number 2. So 2 quick outs now. King up to bat. That will be a strike 1. Strike 2 makes it an 0-2 count. Ball 1 makes it a 1-2 count. Ball 2 outside makes it a 2-2 count. That one's going to be low for a 3-2 count. That one's hit up the middle. Looks like Cooper gets it, but not before runner is able to advance to first. So 2-out single now here in the bottom 6. Ashnod's looking to get a hit here, maybe advance that runner further.
Oh, no.
Whoa, bit of a
Oh,
lag there as the catcher may lose some mojo from that error.
honestly, that was such a lag pitch. The pitcher should be charged with wild pitch, not the catcher. But Weaver is going to be able to escape despite the scare there. Ash put a charge into that one in the short porch of right field of Red Rock, but Boosie Manga able to track it down.
Ooh, and that one just diving stop actually stops the ball from advancing out the infield, but runner has enough speed to get to first, so no outs, runner on first.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
big for Connie Cooper to get on base here. Is Ash going to lift the 10th Willie Dixon with 4.20 ERA? He really has not done a great job here and so far in this World Series. As Buddy Guy, one of the weaker RPs of the Blues staff, going to come on in the 7th inning here.
yeah, and it looks like his second, but nope, runner actually advances second, so it'll be 1 out now. Runner on second. Bong Chongle will come in for the pitcher.
Bong Chongle, this is my favorite navigator, and he's had some big hits this season. A couple against these Blues, and another one here.
And look at that, just the same big hit, he gets another one there as it goes into right field for a single to advance the runner to third.
Yeah, he had that big grand slam against Ashnod earlier in the season, one of the top plays of the year in the XBL.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. That's
Talk about
devastating.
tough break there as the first baseman catches it and just instantly tags out the runner. So we go into the bottom of the 7th now. Navigators leading 3-1.
Yeah, and we see the John Prowley coming out of the pen to try to close it out here for the Navigators, and that's what you needed if you were Ashnod. You needed to get out of that situation somehow without giving up another run to keep it here because you haven't hit a lot in this ball game. And, you know, Ash is really going to be looking to cut into that 3-1 deficit here.
Yeah, and as we were mentioning that actually now the Blues actually do get a hit now, so it'll just go into the left field corner, runner heads for second. He'll make it there with ease. So runner on second, 1 out, and we'll see if it's a bat. It'll be Elmore James, who's already tense, not the
Yeah,
hitter exactly you'd want right now.
this is a common theme we see at Ashnod. He does not lift his tense players who have that minimum contact out of the ball game. As oh my
Oh,
goodness, Simon Bama
wow.
throws one away.
That one's gonna hurt as we saw the mojo go down. Now runners on first and second here in the bottom of the seventh. Pressure up. And looks like, oh, he's not able to get a glove on that one either. So two missed stops here from Simon Bumbleclat. Leave the bases loaded. Buddy Guy is gonna probably come out, and looks like Magic Sam is gonna come in.
This is
Ooh.
insane what we're seeing, Hummus, and you hope that lag is not, contributing too much to these mistakes. But wow, he just blows Magic Sam away with 3 heaters.
Yeah, now Paul Butterfield, tense battered, and
Another
gets into a 0-1 count. Ooh, another quick 2-strike count here. Ball one doesn't get him to chase on the 1-2 count. Ooh, hits someone hard, but just goes straight into foul territory. And swinging a miss, 4 out number 3 gets him swinging on the bases loaded, so Blues do not come away with any runs there. Navigators up 3-1.
Wow, you've got to think Weaver in his bedroom is just fired up after that strikeout, because that whole inning was going against him, and that's one of those moments where you let out an exclamation of joy on a strikeout like that. I bet with 2 strikes
Wow,
and the bases
wow,
loaded.
and just so you're saying that, talk about taking a run back there. He prevents the bases loaded, and then he comes back in this inning to get a solo shot to make it a 4-1 ball game.
Ghibli Chongle, and now we have the Chongle family affair here as both of them getting some big hits in this ball game, and that's going to extend the lead to 4-1.
And that's gonna be a low ball 3 to make it a 3-0 count. BB prone activates, and that looks like the batter will be walked. So runner on first now. It looks like no outs. Balls Sharkley is tense, but she could get a hit here and erase that.
Yeah, but look how big her circle still is as she does erase that for the time being as she smacks one into right field, and her mojo will go back to neutral.
Yep, and it looks like did someone
Weaver,
get pulled? I did not get to see.
yeah, he pulled the first baseman. He likes to do that late for defense anyway, so he's opting to go with the higher speed on the bases. And wow, it's
Wow,
going to pay off.
look at that runner. So now bases loaded, no outs, and now the Blues were once in a situation. Now they find themselves on the opposite end, and who else other than Albertina Walker to get them out of the situation?
Yeah, I think that's who Ash feels most comfortable with on the mound, and oh my.
Wow, talk about feeling comfortable on the mound there as he gets 2 outs there, and the runner isn't able to get home on the out. So 2 outs, runners in second and third. I will get into a 1-1 count. Nels could be hit in foul territory to make a 1-2 count. Swing and miss 4 out number 3. So Navigators go from being bases loaded, no outs to not even able to get a run from that situation. But they do leave the inning with a run still, so not all was completely lost. As that one goes into left field, looks like that will easily drop, and looks like runner will head for second. This one will be close, I think, and it looks like the runner will just turn around. So leadoff single here for the Blues. Next up is BB King.
It's crazy how both these guys load up the bases and their bats start going quietly. It's like those are the best times to score.
Yep, as we get into a 1-2 count now. Runner on first. And I'll say hard into left field again, but this time the left field is able to get it, and runner just heads back to first. So 1 out now. Muddy Waters up to bat. 0 for 2 today. Hits that one hard for a 1 for 3 day now, as this could be a single with the runners on first and second, 1 out, and the tying run is up to bat.
Yeah, and
That's,
these are the moments where Ashnod really tries to battle back, and he's tough to put away.
yeah, but so far this series, he hasn't done too well as of getting or runs manufacturing situation. As Cooper doesn't even able to get the stop there, so runners head for third and second now. It seemed like the base runners were a bit surprised as they weren't able to fully capitalize. But bases loaded situation for the Blues now. 1 out.
I
Now it's
don't
gonna be
believe
strike.
what I'm seeing, man. What is Connie Cooper doing out there?
And we get into a quick 0-2 count now with Elwood. Blues up the bat. Fouls hitting foul territory again for another 0-2 count. Swings that one again, so it goes right up the middle. Looks like runner's running through it, heading home, and looks like he'll turn back around to stay. So bases loaded still, but a run scores. And it looks like this will be the end of John Prawley's day, and now comes in the one and only John Gabbana.
Yeah, tough spot here. We are one bad pitch away or one mistake away from the Blues taking a lead in this game.
And that's going to be ball 2 to make it a 2-1 count.
Look at the contact on
That
Elwood.
one, those second mostly be flipped in on for a double play. So Navigators get out of the inning there, only giving up a run. Now we go to the top of the ninth, still 4-2. And that
Hummus,
was
is
good.
anybody going to score a run with the bases loaded, man? This is crazy.
We've seen that's our third, I believe, third bases loaded situation. And only one run pretty much produced. And for the Blues, that's their second bases loaded situation, but yet they're only able to get one run. As now we're still in the top of the ninth, and bunt is laid down as the runner is able to head for second, but it'll be out at first for out number 1. So the sacrifice bunt allows the runner to get second. Now we have Gannon Weeks up to bat. He hits that one hard. Shortstop is able to get in time. Isn't able to throw second, but now we go one more out here for the Navigators before they try to make one final more stand.
Yeah, shout out to Weaver for that great bunt by the pitcher. I don't think it's going to matter here, though.
Yep, that'll be out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 inning, I believe. As Mavis Staples comes up, she needs to get things going here for the Blues. So they're down 1-0 in the series right now. So, and that one gets way away from the catcher. That was gonna be a hit right up the middle, slow roller to second baseman. Throws it to first in time for out number 1. Next up is Albertina Walker.
It's just unprecedented what Weaver's been able to do on the mound so far in these 2 games, just holding the Blues offense to next to nothing compared. I mean, if you guys, Ashnod's averaged, a touchdown or more every single ball game of this XBL season, and a combination of moving up to 93 ego and Weaver's expert pitching has just really put a stop to a lot of those averages that we're used to seeing Ashnod put up.
Yeah, and just as you're saying there, it was actually the pitcher who got a hit right there, a double. Just very unusual situation there. But now we go into a 2-2 count.
He
Hits
didn't
on
have any
hard.
hitters. He already burned his closer. Albertina Walker is all he's got left, so I don't think he could have used a hitter.
Wow. So now we're going to 2 outs here. Navigators sit 1 out away from taking a 2-0 lead here in the World Series, and looks like the game won't end just yet, as runners sit at third and first now with 2 outs. BB King up to bat.
BB King's the winning run right here. He's still one mistake away from losing this ball game.
Yep, and we're getting to a 1-1 count now. Ball 2 is high on the curveball. Ball 3 makes that one a 3-1 count.
Maybe he just needs to get
And that
bases
one's hit
loaded.
hard, and looks like Cooper will get under it in time for round number 3. So Navigators escape once again, one more time to take game 2 here. Now they sit only 2 games away from winning the World Series.
Wow, Hummus, what a finish! What a finish indeed. I can't believe Weaver was able to pitch out of trouble the way he was, but just 3 combined runs given up by the Navigators in these 18 innings of play so far, unprecedented on the mound, and great job to take a 2-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, we saw the Navigators game 1 just come out roaring with that 9-1 victory. Game 2, they were a bit more quiet, but what really shined for them in game 2 was them being on the mound, locking the Blues to only 2 runs despite being in numerous bases loaded situations, and a lot of runners left on for the Blues. And if you're them right now, you just gotta be kicking yourself for not being able to score on those advantages. But now they really gotta go here in games 3 and 4. They really need to wake up this offense, because so far it has not really done much damage.
Yeah, a lot of lobsters for these Blues as we see the LOB, left on base, come and play a huge factor here. as you know, it was like both guys, every time they would load the bases, they'd become allergic to scoring, but also, you know, some good pitches made and just a great job there by the Navigators to grind out this one. You know, game one, like you said, 9-1, but this one was neck and neck the whole way. It was going to be a grind to see who came out on top, but Ashnod's the kind of guy that makes you sweat every single pitch, and if he's got a runner or two runners on base, it can, you know, the game can change just like that. And even for the third out of the game, Weaver was one pitch away from losing. So, great job to still come away with the victory there. Just like we said in the AAA, with the 2-0 lead that Squiggle has, I look to see the guys that are down 2-0 really battle back into this series and make it, you know, hopefully we see 5, 6, 7 games.
Yeah, 2-0 is not the best hole to be in, but all you gotta do is just, settle down and lock in on the mound and bat, and we could very well see both AAA and XBLs in the next set. We could see it very well tie up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, God forbid we see a sweep in either series, but you know, if that does end up happening, hats off to them. But like you said, we've got more games coming. I believe tomorrow night is games 3 and 4 of this XBL World Series, and stay tuned for when games 3 and 4 of the AAA will be. We'll have more announcements on that coming up shortly.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Ox, but I'm definitely very excited to see what happens later in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Both series, like we said, 2-0 in both series, but all four players in these World Series are great players. Both, you know, all of them capable of beating not only anybody in the league, but capable of coming back and winning their respective series. So, can't wait to help call both of those or you know, any of these future games with you, Hummus. And great job in the booth today.
Yeah, you too, man. It's always fun to be in booth with you.
Yeah, likewise. And we appreciate Dwayne for producing. And as always, we appreciate guys like Mickey for making the trailer and Wishbone for all the work he does. Again to Dwayne and Barefoot Connie and no urban legend promos for you guys tonight due to the afternoon series, but I promise you, I think we're going to have some urban promos for both series coming up here in the future.
Yeah, definitely we'll see. Hopefully we'll see that game soon. We'll to get a little intro there, and just hype up these players just a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. And we thank you guys for joining us here as always. It's been fun casting these games today and look forward to bringing more action, more XBL action to you here in the future, as that's probably going to do it for us in the booth today.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to wrap up here.
Yeah, thanks again for joining us, guys, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you back here shortly.
Peace out.